Mac G5. But FFmpeg was just as frustrating. We are trying another try again. And so let's see if we can get this to play. Is this still the newest one? Okay. So it shows it on the screen. And okay. So here I am. Here's the sound. Is this thing working? It's working. Yeah, there's my screen. Okay. Is this thing working? It's working. Yeah, there's my screen. Okay. So I think we got a backup. I think we have our backup system. Okay. I think this will work much better for the streams because of. Did you see the settings? I did. Okay. So the only thing we have to do now is the same thing. We got to pre-configure the camera ahead of time. But like the Darlene said in the first stream, the camera's pictures kind of sucks, and the reason is because of the fact the way it works. We could use this Formac FS10 Studio tool on this Mac, but the other tool is set up where it is. It's in a room that is pre-configured. The wires go to the wall, and nobody's gonna want to rip cables out of the wall just to do a live stream on this. However, we could buy another FS10 Studio device and stream it that way. We could do that, yes. Absolutely. We could do that. And so, are we going to do a live stream today? I'll just be honest, I say it. I can't tell you one way or another. Sorry, guys. I really can't. But to tell you that at this point it is streaming and it's working is all I can tell you at this point. Is that it's working. I chose this stream key because it's pretty much was what we're using on the other thingy, and it works. But for now, I think Michele agrees on this, is that we got it working enough now that a little tweaking, a little coaxing, and a little bit of massaging, there's no reason why we could not have more streams on the network for you. So we will work on it because, according to what I've read, it said that the YouTube Google Hangouts Out Air will be made obsolete in September. Now, I know September is a few months away, and for some of you people, it probably won't be much of a difference, but for other people like myself, I've been trying to find a better streamer for a while. And every single one of the streamers always seem to have their hands out looking for money. And which only added to a lot of frustrations because we couldn't figure out what was the easiest way to get the live stream working. I did know about the Adobe FMLE, but I tried to install it on my Intel Core 2, my Power Mac G5. It's only binary compatible for the Intel processor for 32-bit, which means I don't even know if I was to install the very latest Mac operating system, which is available, which is Lion, which is the latest one I can use. Even if I can fit it in there, because I only got 3 gigabytes of RAM. If that Lion which going to work out very well. Um, so the point is, in one sense, it's not much better than the Google Hangouts on air. But again, it's the UVC dongle thingy that's the problem, not necessarily anything else at this point. Now, there is an option I can use FFmpeg to do encoding, um, but I'm so used to point and click on the Mac to sit there in the command line, and I did try to do that with trying to use this UVC dongle on the other Mac, and it was a problematic problem altogether. Um, but I think, Michelle, if we get the renter's rebate in a couple of weeks, you can probably go ahead in a couple of months. Actually, it's months. It wouldn't be weeks. But yes, you're right. If we get the renter's rebate, we can probably go ahead and what time are you planning for? June 6th. I gotta call up 2 people to get some information for that. I need the electric bill information, and I already got the TPQI, so that's not a problem. So I gotta call the electric company on Monday and request the years from January of 2016 to December 2016 billing information for the electric company, along with a letter from the landlord saying how much I've been paying for rent for since January 2016 to December 2016, which is easy, $700. Yeah, hope we get that right. As far as to Darlene, Michelle, and I can't remember where they said that may have got you upset. Did you get upset? No. I just get a little frustrated with the system more. I think my brain wasn't even thinking what you said. It's the software is a nightmare. It's always a problem. It always is. Alright, so are we gonna have a live stream today? Yeah, okay. You guys want one so bad. I suppose we could make it happen. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. Okay, this was a test run tonight. So, some of you got really excited. I know Darlene did. She finally had a conversation with me. I didn't put it on the speakerphone because, like I said, I wasn't expecting to do a live stream tonight. But I do hope that if we do have a live stream tomorrow, I think we will do it at 5 o'clock. Yeah, and it seems to be playing better now. With the less buffering, yeah, the buffering was a little bit excessive. So, we're going to try to do another live stream tomorrow. And let me just take a quick look at this streaming thing. We're still going to be backing up on the other computer simultaneously, right? Oh yeah, definitely. More than ever, that's important because if there's anything I've learned is when the live stream goes pear-shaped, it is absolutely positively devastating when you don't have a backup copy of the stream. So you can go back to and say, oh, wait a minute, this didn't go great. Let's redo this. Let's restart the stream. Let's recreate the stream. Copy of the stream. You can go back to and say, oh, wait a minute. Much better. Let's redo this. Let's restart the stream. Let's recreate the stream. Copy of the stream. Go back to. Much better. As far as the thing about the video picture quality, originally we had the software set for 640 by we had it set for 720 by 576. The UVC dongle re-renders everything. It's 640 by 480 anyway, and by 30 frames per second. So setting it for 720 by 576 makes no difference at all. It's definitely the dongle is the problem. It's not the camera, because we do the video with these cameras at the same time all the time, and it always looks good. Well, let's turn on the normal color mode before we do anything, and I want to see if that changes by, because I always looks kind of washed out anyway. So let me set the manual white balance. Uh, exit. Let me just set the shutter manual too, because I know what you're gonna say. That's awfully bright. Yes, it is. So we can set it All right, so we're back at the couch again, and unfortunately for me, if what I'm seeing here is it looks pretty good on the phone, the video is, well, pretty much right there. It's working. Adobe's FMLE is working fine here. I'm sitting down on the couch again. Still seems like the contrast is still a little too high. You think it is? I think it could very well be. Yeah, if you want to try turning the contrast down a little bit, turn the contrast down a tiny bit. Alright, so let's turn a little bit brightness down to 80. Let's turn the contrast down to. Alright. That looks good. 96, 90, 80. So turn the brightness up. Okay. 96 at 96. Contrast is at 96. Brightness is at 96. Sharpness is at 24. That's a 32. Sharpness is up to 32. Saturation is at 64. Okay. So let's just see how that looks now. Now I have to go back over here on the couch because I can't. There's still a delay. And so let me watch this clip here. It's one of those. It's really kind of a pain in the ass to do, but you know. You guys know I do not tolerate for crap, and I never have, and I never will. If it doesn't look good, I don't look good. Okay, that's a fact. And it's true. Oh yeah, I can see it. Right. You turn that down right there. Mhm. Okay, and it softens the picture. Mhm. And now you're gonna turn it up a tiny bit. Yeah, I turned it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks closer to the way it should look. And then you change the sharpness on it. Mhm. And focus is a little bit off in the video encoder. It's not the computer. It's not the camera. All right. Now, speaking of the camera, brightness control for white balance. We noticed that the glow is too pink. So let's adjust that. So I'm gonna go to 62. Oh, that makes it stronger. Okay, 66. That turns it purple. Don't change it. It's too bright. Oh, brighten the screen up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's what you want to do. All right, let me reset the camera real quick, guys. It's like so no slight less picture here. Okay. That just returns to the factory. Okay, so we're not factory. That's why we closed. Okay, so that. Let's see how that looks. Still too bright. Okay, let me try to turn the exposure down here so we see bright in the camera too. So let's turn this down. Okay. Yeah, it's a little dark. It's a little dark, but remember when I do these videos, I need to set at least on the other camera keys, because the other camera is on the other coder. It's the master. This is the slave one. This one isn't. I guess that's about as good as you can get. Can you turn up saturation? I did. I know. Turn up some more. Turn up saturation more. You want to go higher than 64. No, that's too much. That's too much. Turn up. I want to go for monochrome. That's monochrome looks okay. 32. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we did 32, 32, 64, 96, 96. Gain I can't, it doesn't work for me. So you can't change gain? Can't change gain, it's locked. Oh. See, you just try to change the unit, and it still says, now it says 0, but is it really gain really off? I don't know. Okay, so pick sharpness range, we got 96, 96. Get 96, 5, 6, and let me do turn brightness setting. I guess it's so good you can't see it. Fine, I'll make it dark. Let's try and see. Let's go for 64. That's too dark. Let's try for 33. That's still too dark. Let's try maybe 80. Alright, so I'll get ready to wrap this up tonight. Okay, guys, this is what we did. When we went to the UVC control, we tried to adjust everything so the screen would look as best we could. We tried setting up the brightness, we tried setting up the contrast. On the camera itself, we tried adjusting the white balance. We tried adjusting the f-stop and manual exposure. We have tried to, because the UVC dongle is the easiest way for us to use this Mac to do video. There would be possible, as you can see, to possibly use the format of sent directly in the format or in the Adobe FMLE program. We could do that. The only problem would be is the FMLE is unfortunately probably the most not the FMLE, I'm sorry, but the format of S10. We only have one, so we'd have to be moving it between from computer to computer. And as I said, the cable's already routed through the walls and they go specifically to the other computer room. So to have to run it back on here, we'd have to put extension cables on those cables and then send those cables out here to this computer, which there's no more room to put them on because the computer is full of cords. So anyway, let me just wrap this up real quick. Here's the deal: is that we are going to keep trying to work on fixing the graphics and the screen and stuff to make this software work a little bit better. And for right now, we already know it's not the Mac. The Mac itself is not the problem. Um, I don't even know if we can change cameras. No, you can't change it when the program's running. I don't think. You don't think so? I don't think so. That's one thing you could do in Google Hangouts on air. You could do is you could change cameras. I could change camera positions. Right. Um. Absolutely. So let's see if I can do that here. So let's see if I can do that. I'm gonna just check this out. What's the name of it? Google Options. That's a big negative. Once that thing is selected, you can't change it. So, which means once you start, you're started. Okay? So, the point here is that regardless of screen, regardless of software, I definitely think this brightness is just too much. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think contrast is, I don't know if the contrast is the problem or what, but definitely exposure is different now. But I can't change that. That's what happens when you really crank it up. Like that? Oh yeah. Okay. So let's do that again. Yeah, works somewhat for so let's make this short and sweet, guys. We need something that's better than this program. Um, this thing is a disaster. Um, because the problem is this cheap Chinese toy just doesn't work very well for me. Um, like I said, the brightness control, like I said, contrast, and additionally, there's the radio on the way. We didn't really get a chance to call that. Um, so I guess it looks like 64 for brightness, 96, or sorry, 60 for brightness, 128 contrast, saturation of 64. I think it's a little too much. I'm gonna go back down to 2. I don't think. I'm going for 48. 48. Oh, it's right. Let me get the registration for you. Do I have a number? And turn brightness down there. I think that's just too much. I think I'll bring it back down to 60. I think that's too much brightness. Be good. Be good noise. Alright, so I don't even know if the other microphone's on right now. It just turned down already. Okay, that's right. Okay. So when we go back to the rolling, let's see. Okay. This is going to be really painfully obvious that this is going to be complicated, and it is becoming very complicated. What's supposed to be a simple process isn't anything but simple. And it is becoming very complicated. What's supposed to be a simple process isn't anything but simple. and that's no joke. No, and that's what I said in the message. Um, so what we'll do is, I first of all want to say I thank you very much for watching this late night test. This was only a test. If you were expecting this to be a permanent stream, it's not. I was just trying to see how the Adobe FMLE worked. It does work. It works fine for the UVC device. Unfortunately, the biggest problem is that FMLE and the UVC dongle don't really play as well together as I'd like. Now, there is some more advanced USB driver option in Debian. I can install Debian on my Power Mac G5, and I can use the FFmpeg program to make the RTMP streams. That would work fine, but it would take longer for me to chew on all the code. Fortunately enough, as Lumi would remember, is that we did do some testing um, with FMPEG on the other Mac, which means that we probably could take the same script and the modern copy of FFmpeg and bring it in. But the problem is you're still going to run into the same issue, and that is that the UVC and the built-in Apple USB video capture class driver is just not allowing me to tweak the adjustments for the dongle to the levels I need to set. And that's not helping. So it's definitely is a hardware problem. I already knew it was anyway. I mentioned it many times. And not a software problem. But I will probably more than likely see you guys tomorrow. And, you know, as far as what Lumi said earlier, which was frustrated, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And guys, you know, I get upset, I get angry, I get frustrated just as much as Michele does. By the way, Michelle's always known me as a female, so have someone, have Darlene call me he kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable because I'm so used to being called a she. Right. That's most people know me as a she anyway. You know, I might have a, you know, it's complicated, but just, you know, at least I know I said some sharp stuff. I'm sorry. Don't worry, Luma. I will go ahead and make sure to dull your sharp blades when I'm done. Okay, guys, listen. That's it for now. This was supposed to be a test anyway. I didn't expect to do a live stream for more than testing purposes, but that was the whole purpose we did this today, was to see if FMLE would work, and it does, even if it is not exactly as polished as I would like it. But thank you very much for watching this. If you have any suggestions of an alternative video capture device that works fine with the Mac, I know there are others. I know it works fine under Debian. I've tried it under Debian on the other Mac and it worked great. So I can install Debian on this Mac, but the problem is it's an Intel-based Mac, and it's a little more complicated to install it. So it would take more of a challenge to make it work. But we'll see what we can do. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.